The job hunt isn't what it used to be. It's no longer just about crafting a resume or acing an interview. Artificial intelligence has rewritten the rules, and not in the way we were promised. We were sold a dream. AI would make hiring faster, fairer, more objective. Instead, it's pulling off a quieter, more insidious trick. It's not just filtering applicants, it's training hiring managers to think like machines. They're chasing shallow signals, keywords, polished formats, predictable patterns over the depth of your potential. The real threat isn't a bot tossing your resume. It's recruiters who've forgotten how to read it with human eyes. Today, we're diving into this silent shift. We'll unpack frameworks to outsmart it, the mindset to stay resilient, and the narratives that shape this infinite game. By the end, you'll see why conforming to AI's mold is a trap and how to make your story unignorable. Let's start with the problem. AI-driven hiring, like applicant tracking systems, was pitched as a time saver. Scan thousands of resumes, spot the best matches, done. But these systems don't see talent. They see patterns. Buzzwords like data-driven or stakeholder engagement, clean bullet points, linear career arcs. They miss what makes you human. A bold pivot, resilience after a setback, a perspective no algorithm can quantify. Well, hiring managers are starting to mimic these machines. They're conditioned to skim for surface coherence, familiar stories, safe bets over originality or potential. We're entering an era of shallow selection, where polish trumps power, where conformity beats creativity, where your boldness risks being labeled unstructured. This isn't just about who gets hired. It's about losing the art of hiring itself. Hiring should recognize potential, not match templates. It should value what you overcame, not how well you formatted it. But when recruiters lean on AI, they stop asking, what can this person bring? That's not progress. It's pattern dependency. If you dilute your brilliance to fit a passer's box, you don't just lose a job. You lose your edge. So, how do you win this infinite game? You use a three-part framework. Optimize, differentiate, humanize. These are your tools to beat the bots, and the recruiters are conditioned to think like them. First, optimize for the algorithm. This isn't selling out, it's survival. Study the job description, mirror its language. If it says project management, don't write lead teams. Use the exact phrase. Quantify your impact. Increased revenue by 20% beats improved sales. Keep your resume clean. No graphics, simple headings like experience or skills. Use free ATS tools online to check if your application will pass. Here's a tip. A great resume doesn't need to look pretty. It needs to be precise. Focus on impact, not design. For example, if you're applying for a marketing role, swap worked on campaigns for drove 15% higher engagement through targeted campaigns. Numbers stick. Use them. Next, differentiate to stand out. AI loves patterns. Humans, at least the good ones, crave uniqueness. Once you're past the bot, break the mold. Your cover letter shouldn't rehash your resume. Tell a story that shows your edge. Maybe you launched a side project that flopped but taught you resilience, or you solved a crisis no one saw coming. For instance, a candidate once wrote, "During a supply chain breakdown, I rerouted shipments overnight, saving $50,000. That's specific. It's memorable. It's you. In interviews, skip rehearsed scripts. Share a moment that reveals your grit. A failure you turned into a win. A bold choice that shaped your path. Build visibility online. Post about your industry on platforms like X or LinkedIn. Say you're in tech, share a quick take." AI tools are cutting coding time by 30%, but they're only as good as the humans behind them. A recruiter might see it and think, this person gets it. Differentiation isn't about flash. It's about being irreplaceable. Last, humanize your approach. Bot screen. Humans hire. Connect with them on a human level. Reach out to recruiters or managers directly, not to beg, but to learn. Try this. I'm curious about your team's work on renewable energy. What's the biggest challenge you're tackling right now? That opens doors. In interviews, ask questions that show you've done your homework. I read about your new app launch. How's the team handling user feedback? This signals curiosity, a quality no bot can pass. Networking isn't schmoozing. It's showing you're a person with ideas, not just a pattern. If you're a graphic designer, send a hiring manager a short video showcasing your work, paired with a note. I'd love to hear how your team approaches creative briefs. You will surely get a call, not because you chased this job, but because you connected. Now let's talk mindset. This game is endless. It can feel brutal. Rejections stack up, often with no explanation. It's easy to think you're failing. You're not. The system isn't rejecting you. It's rejecting a pattern it didn't recognize. Treat every application like an experiment. A no means tweak your keywords, sharpen your story, try again. Think like a scientist. Test, learn, iterate. Picture yourself as a chef refining a recipe. One attempt flops, so you adjust the ingredients. Each try gets you closer to a masterpiece. That's the job hunt. Perfection is a trap. You don't need the flawless resume or the dream job. Those are myths. Apply to roles that are 80% aligned. Tweak your approach based on what gets responses. Momentum beats perfection, every time. And reject the narrative that AI is neutral. It favors those who can game it. People with coaching, tools, time. It penalizes the bold, the non-linear, the unique. Your job? Outsmart it, not mimic it. Let's debunk another narrative. Your worth is not your job title or salary. Your value is your ability to learn, adapt, deliver impact. When you believe that, rejections lose their sting. You play with confidence, not desperation. Here's the refreshing truth. The real skill isn't beating the bots. It's making your story unignorable to managers conditioned by algorithms. A keyword-smart resume gets you seen. A compelling human story gets you hired. Build a system to stay in the game. Update your resume monthly. Connect with one new person in your industry weekly. Share your work online even if it's rough. These habits keep you visible, relevant, ready. The job hunt isn't one win, it's staying employable always. AI may have reprogrammed hiring, but it hasn't erased the human element. Don't conform to the mold. Be precise, be human, be unignorable. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you see the hiring game differently. If you want to outsmart algorithms and stay unignorable, hit subscribe. I make videos to help you think clearer, play smarter, and rise above the noise in your career. See you in the next one.
Find your unique value, let it free, stand tall, rise up, be who you wanna be. Your story matters, sing it loud and clear. You got that spark, ignite it without fear.